in some cases that weren't available immediately. We had to sift through all of that and use physical evidence and use shooting reconstruction and confirm a lot of our ballistic evidence, what weapons were involved, things of that nature. And through that, we were able to deduce that Patrick Clark is the lethal shooter in the case. And that's why he's being charged with murder.
Thank you, Sergeant. Up the DA's office.
Thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. My name is Ruben Perez, and I am a Bureau Chief of the Special Crimes Bureau. My bureau was in charge of this investigation at the DA's office. I want to thank the prosecutors in my bureau for working extremely hard, and I really want to thank the HPD organization for all the work and the collaborative effort they put into this case along with the DA's office. And I also want to thank our federal partners for their help. I want to thank everybody who was involved in this case. I want to echo what the mayor said. I want to echo what Chief Fender said, and I want to echo what the investigator said, that it took a lot of effort, a lot of work, a lot of patience, but we arrested this defendant. We look forward to prosecuting this case, and I want to send our sympathies to the family. And we look forward to prosecuting this case, and we'll see everybody in court. Thank you.
Muy buenas tardes. A nombre del jefe de la policía, Troy Finner, y del alcalde Turner, le queremos dar las gracias al público por su asistencia en esta investigación. Hace algunas horas el jefe de la policía le habló a la madre de nuestra víctima y le dio las noticias de que en efecto hemos arrestado a la persona responsable por este crimen. El individuo se llama Patrick Javier Clark, de 33 años de edad. Fue arrestado anoche. El 22 de noviembre también fue arrestado una persona de interés en este caso. No sabemos su papel exactamente, pues se llama Cameron Josh, de 22 años de edad. La evidencia, gracias a la cooperación tanto del Departamento de Policía, incluyendo a la División de Homicidios, a la División de Pandillas, nuestros compañeros federales del FBI y de la ATF, nuestros compañeros de la Procuraduría del Condado de Harris y a muchas otras personas que participaron en esta investigación. Les damos las gracias por su cooperación. Esperamos que la ciudad de Atlanta y los compañeros fanáticos de este individuo tengan un poquito de alivio de que esta persona fue arrestada. En conclusión, le damos las gracias a todos los que nos dieron información y a todas las personas que participaron en esta investigación. Muchas gracias.
We'll open up for questions.
Chief, we know that Cameron Joshua was already arrested. We see his picture attached to this one. How is he connected to this case? What's his status?
He was there on the scene, and he was in possession of a weapon. He's a felon. Okay.
So did Mr. Clark lose the dice game, or was that like a motive of this?
We're still investigating that, and we were not able to discuss it right now. Just a dice game. So,
Could you go into more specifics about how you actually connected Mr. Clark with either the gun or bullet or whatever?
Yeah, not today. As the time comes, we will. All right.
Was it Joshua's gun that was used in this crime?
We're not going to discuss that right now. It's still active in investigation. We told you, and just not a whole lot of details. The main thing right now, he's in custody. He's arrested and he's charged for this murder. Still some work to be done on it, but we're not going to go in any farther than we've already went on the investigation.
Chief, you guys have often talked about the fact that in this case too, there were so many people on scene. They don't come forward, they like leave, and you guys had to sort of work backwards. Were there any witnesses who were helpful, or did you basically have to construct all of this from the
I can tell you
sources of video, bits and pieces? Or
I can tell you it's upstanding investigative work on this. Not a lot of help for people coming up and stepping up, but I don't want to judge them, but they do need to come in because we know who was on the scene, and we will be contacting and reaching out and finding those individuals. This is a murder. And if you left because you were afraid or whatnot, I don't know the motivation. But you do have to come forward and give us some information. And that could come through grand jury subpoena as well. So
Was Takeoff the intended target, or was he at the wrong place?
we already, yeah, it's definitely wrong place at the wrong time. No evidence whatsoever to say anything different. Go ahead. I'll get you.
Peacefully, can you tell us about African Independent?
I'm sorry.
Did he come peacefully? Could you tell us about African?
Oh yes, the actual arrest of him, yeah, peacefully. And I'm not bragging, but I send this message to our criminals. We're gonna come and get you, and we come and get you professionally, but we come in force with everything that we have. And he gave up, and I want to say thanks for that. Okay, nobody's hurt, nobody's injured. Go ahead.
Described him as Takeoff as a bystander. Can you say at all where he was situated in terms of where the gunman was? Was it
No,
burned or-
we won't go into it, but he was actually on the scene, and we all know it. There is some video out there, but we're going to stay away from specifics right now. Go ahead.
Was Clark invited to the party? Did he know Takeoff?
We don't know. Yeah.
Was Mr. Clark,
Chief, has Patrick Clark admitted to the shooting?
Not going to discuss that right now. Go ahead.
was Mr. Clark involved in a shooting in 2018 at a club where someone was killed?
That's part of the investigation. I mean, we'll get it out to you. Yeah.
Do these
Go
two
ahead.
reside in Houston?
Who? Which two?
Two.
Yeah. Well, one, but one of them has a residence outside of Houston. Go ahead.
Do you expect more suspects out there, people you are?
We don't know. We're not gonna outrule anything. We're gonna go where the facts and the evidence lead. And you remember what I said: suspect are suspects, and we're gonna leave no stone unturned. And everybody, family deserve that. And I want to say this, and we're gonna probably do just a few more questions, and we're gonna leave. We got work to do. Any individual that's killed in our city, it's tough, and it's tough on the family and tough on their friends. Everybody deserves an investigation, but the investigator said it. We need people to step up too. Do your part as a citizen. And if you see something, you need to say something. Don't let the fear paralyze you. Step up and say something. And we're all better and safer because of that. One more.
Chief, was he about to flee or leave town? Is that why you guys moved in last night? Or what can you tell us about?
I don't want to go into any details on that, but we suspect you. We'll have our eyes on you.
Mr.
Yeah.
Mayor, could I ask you, of course, this is a national, if not a worldwide story. What message do you want to send to the broader community about this case and this situation?
Well, the one message is, number one, you can't come and commit murder in this city and expect to not get caught. Quite frankly, guns will kill. And if you use a weapon in the heat of the moment or whatever the facts may be, if you fire it, you can have deadly consequences. And then someone can either be seriously wounded or someone, in this case, like Takeoff, can lose his life. And you heard the investigator say he was an innocent bystander. But regardless of whether you are an individual that's a celebrity or you're not a celebrity at all, we are going to investigate every case with the greatest degree of intensity, utilizing all available resources to find who the person was or who the persons were. The other point that I will make is that if you have 30 people that are in that setting, and one of those persons, for example, in this case like was Takeoff, was killed, everybody else has a responsibility to contribute to finding out who did it. So I don't give anybody an out. If you were there and you saw something and you know something, you don't get a pass. Everybody has to take a responsibility. And then lastly, I would simply say there are just too many young men. And I'm gonna be even a little bit even more specific. There are too many young men of color who are killing other young men of color. And that has to stop. That has to stop. So this is unfortunate. You have a young man, I think they're 33 years old, is the suspect here. And Takeoff was under the age of 30. Okay? So all families are impacted in this situation. But if you commit a crime in this city, we are going to expend all available resources to find you. Okay?
All right, thank y'all.
Thank you.